Welcome into today's video. I'm just another Chris, as some people know me as, and I'm your buy-sell trade specialist. I've been doing this for a very long time, let's just say 20 plus years. Yeah, I've been doing this pretty much since I was like 7 years old. And today's topic is continuing Facebook Live and how to utilize it to make some serious dough. I have done a couple other videos already. If you want to see those, there'll be a link in the description, so consider checking that out. But today's video is about how to run the show. Once you're setting it up and you're ready to go, how does it work? How do people buy the stuff? Well, I'm here to show you how I did it, and it may not necessarily be the right way, not even the best way, but it's a way that it worked for me, and it was simple enough that the viewers could figure out, and they were very happy with. This is the free way. You don't have to spend any money on programs, other services, other sites. You don't have to prep this stuff by taking pictures of it prior, post it on like Shopify, and then to direct people to go over there. I can get another video on that in the future, but this is the free way, and it's very effective. So you start your show. What do you do from there? When I was selling, I had a shop called Showroom Collectibles. There you go. That's my store, or was my store before I sold it to show you guys how to do this for yourself. I would sell collectibles like this. This is a Star Wars BB-8 Sphero remote control toy RC BB-8 unit thingamajig. How would I sell this exactly? Well, I would put it up and talk about it, go into some description. Now, my production value was a little bit higher than probably most of what you guys are doing, but I can get you there. I had a secondary camera that I would switch to show like close-ups, details, and all of that so people can know exactly what they're getting. But I would then go and do this. I would be like, boom, BB-8, $1 million. And then I would move on to the next thing and go from there. Obviously, this isn't worth $1 million. Calm down, people. It's a joke. But I would use sticky notes as a way to price my stuff. It was super effective. It was quick, easy, slap them in and out. And I would just line them up on a table. And if there was items that had been sitting around for a few minutes, just clogging up space, I would probably lower the price down just a couple of bucks. And if it still wasn't selling, boom, off the table, makes room for some new stuff to try and sell it. But let's say someone was like, yes, I want this. How would they get that item? Well, what I would have them do is write the name of what they wanted, and I would tell them be specific just in case there's multiple items, same character but different thing. And after that, they would write claim or claim BB-8. So that way I knew exactly that they were buying it. Because sometimes people would write in, oh, I want that BB-8. I'm like, great, here we go, it's yours. They'd be like, oh, no, I want it. I can't afford it though. So I would have them be very specific in how they would write the comment, so I would know if they were physically buying it. So let's say John was buying it. I would pop this thing off, come over here, and I would write that person's name, first and last name, on the sticky note, and I would put it right back on it, and then I would pull it off to the side. Most of the time I had an assistant, and I would write their name on a piece of paper. I would be like John Smith, and then underneath them I would do a little bullet, and I would write BB-8 RC remote control under their name, just like that. Why would I do that? Let's say I had 2 of these, somebody wanted it and they bought it. Let's say that person's name was Chris. I would write like this and leave a gap, because I could then write in multiple stuff. Now, for internal reasons, I would actually write in the price of it as well. That way, at the end of the day, I could count up, how much I made that week. And also, it helps just in case if one of these tags were to ever just pop off, I could be like, ooh, he bought a BB-8, that person bought a BB-8, but the prices were different, and I could go through, see the BB-8 and see the price next to it and verify which one was which without having to email the buyer. Emailing the buyer questions like that makes them a little nervous and a little uneasy, and there's a chance that they actually might be like, you know what, I'm not gonna buy your item now, and back out of the deal. So not talking to them until you ship their stuff, that is the most ideal. You'd be like, oh great, this works fine, but how do they pay me? I would use PayPal, and you know already my thoughts and opinions on PayPal. I don't really like it, but there's a good way to do this through PayPal. They have invoicing. You can invoice them directly and be able to get paid. So what I would do throughout the sale, I would constantly be reminding people how the show works. I had a short little speech that I would say about every 10 minutes or so during the show. And I would say, I don't remember exactly what I would say. Let's see if I can remember. Look at that, 60 bucks. And then you're gonna be like, yo, I wanna buy that. So what you're gonna do is, you're going to write claim in the comments with claim Soundwave. I will then pull him, and then I will write your name down, and then we continue the show. And after the show is over, what you can do is send me your PayPal email address along with your zip code, and I will send you an invoice within 24 hours of the ending of the show. If you're in the state of Washington, there is sales tax. Unfortunately, 8.4%. Can't really get away from that. It's just how it works. So, yeah. That's pretty much the spiel. I would have them email the Facebook business page, so the Showroom Collectibles page. Send a message with the name, address, location, such as state, because there was sales tax. If you're in my state, I would have to charge them the sales tax. This is years prior to some of the new laws and regulations where it's now pretty much required regardless, but this is before that. And the items that they purchased. That way there's a double list to verify and make sure we knew exactly what we got, so there's no confusion later. And I would tell them they can do that right away or at the end of the show, so they don't have to miss out on anything. So at the end of the show would come, I would get all the messages, and I would go through every single person, and I would copy their email address and send them an invoice. It does take some time, but it's pretty effective doing it this way. Now, how did I manage the people that didn't pay? Because every once in a while, honestly, it wasn't that many times, but maybe 1 in 4, maybe 1 in 5 shows, there was about one person that wouldn't pay. They'd claim some stuff and I was never hear from them again. Well, I had this little handy dandy black book. This is the blacklist book. And inside it was people that I wouldn't allow to buy from me. I still even have the names inside. I got this book, I don't know, from like a Loot Crate or somebody brought it in my store. I'd have a list of people. You got 2 strikes. So 2 offenses. So if you didn't pay, it's a strike. If you didn't pay again, double strike, blacklisted. Meaning if you can watch the show and enjoy it, because I would do fun, cool stuff through there, talk about movies, maybe do some trivia and some giveaways and stuff. You can still participate in that, but you can't buy anything anymore for a set time. I think I said a year, and you are allowed to buy again. Or other offenses, flat out being rude inside the comment section. If they were just spamming, I would get some trolls every now and then. I would just immediately get them and just block them and whatnot. But I would give them a strike and then keep records of it. Once everyone is paid, then I ship everything out, and I would box everything up together, and that's what I would tell them to as another pitch to sell their stuff, is the more you buy, the less you'll pay in shipping, because we'll box it all up and do a bundled price. Because I would do them every single week. Sometimes, depending on the person, if they were regulars, I would allow them to roll it over into the following week to bundle it all in one big shipment. But they would have to be some pretty big regulars, and I had a few of those that I did do that for. But I was a brick and mortar shop where you could just walk into, and I did allow store pickup. But you did have to pay prior to coming in, because sometimes people just wouldn't show up, and if they've already paid, they're more inclined to come in. So I did allow store pickup as an option. I actually had people drive hundreds of miles actually to come pick their stuff up. But I had people drive down from Seattle to come pick up their stuff, down in southern Oregon, some from the coast, like hundreds of miles to come and just pick it up. And it was a great way, because then they could come in and spend some more money on some stuff. But that is a little bit of an overview of how I handled my live streams. I can get more in depth as far as some technical stuff to help improve the flow of things, like software that I use for the stream. I would run a little ticker, they're called, or a little scroll on screen with how the show actually works. I wouldn't have to repeat it every so often. Cameras and things like that, if you're interested in that, consider subscribing, because I'll be posting some more in-depth videos on how to drastically improve your live streams, because I can make your live streams for your show, for your live stuff, look exactly how you're seeing it right now. How cool is that? Yeah, plus an overhead shot so you can get some close-ups of what you're selling. Some magical tricks for that I can definitely help you with. So that is all I got for you today. Hopefully this has helped. This is a basic free version of how to do it. Literally simple piece of paper, a marker, and some sticky notes. I guess you have to buy the sticky notes, so I guess it's not free. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to dive even deeper into this world of buy, sell, trade, and everything in between, and get exclusive videos, consider becoming a Geeks Plus member. I post some really in-depth, informative stuff over there, behind the scenes of what's to come, and just overall bonus content. If you're interested in that, there is a link in the description below. So thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Now get out there, sell some stuff, go live, make some money.